Bro, what are you doing? Why is this shit all in your side?
Well, I mean,
Right here.
this patrol is like literally not even gonna do anything. I might as well just run the drinks right here, and I could just keep hella mags right here. I mean, I think that makes more sense. I'm not trying to be some like goofy high-speed demon. Trying to be practical.
That's you.
Yeah, whatever, bud. Okay, bro. So, would you rather Jabba the Hutt after a shower or a service droid?
Dog, we're on patrol. Get your fucking head in the game.
Why always gotta act like a Contact clear! Contact clear! Bro! Hold up, bro. I gotta get my comms on. Go lay down fire, bro. Give me a second, I'll be up.
Come on, get your We need to go. We need to go now. We need to get to cover Crossroads. We need to get into the hospital.
Yeah, all right.
You ready?
Okay,
Ready?
All right, yeah, let's go, let's go. Steven! Oh, shit. Yo, come in. Yeah, Steven's down, bro. I don't know if I could get him, man. I'm just gonna keep moving.
Clear. Clear.
Evan, dude, I need your help, man. I need your help. I'm hit.
Oh shit, you're fucked up there? All right, coming. One down. Coming to you. All right, man, let me blood sweep you. All right, let's get you up. Should have fixed your kit, bud. Where's your mags at?
I dropped him, bro. Steven's down. Let's go get him. Good morning, good evening, and good night. Welcome back to the channel. Guys, in a sea of plate carriers, there is only one that emerges. What is that, Evan?
This is the knockoff FCPC because I'm too broke to afford a real one.
We're gonna be showcasing Evan's FERRO FCPC. He's been working on this for a while. This has been a long project for him. He's been really excited to shoot this video. So today we're gonna have him show you guys how he sets it up, price breakdown, maybe convince you guys to get one of your own one day. They're really cool plate carriers. They're really nice. They feel really great for the purposes of Airsoft. They do a great job. Before we get into it, I wanna go ahead and just give you guys a big thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. We're getting pretty close to 4,000 subscribers, so let's get us there. All right, Evan, so pretty much just basics. Out of all the plate carriers you could choose, why do you go with the FERRO?
Honestly, it was just like a hot item, still is. Pretty popular carrier, many replicas. The time that I put into looking for an affordable one without having to absolutely just shill out the money and break the bank. Now, if I had the money just sitting around, I'd drop the money for a real one. Yeah, we're Milsimming on a budget, so cheap is the best option right now.
What are like your peak things about it and your least favorite things about it?
The best features I would say that is on it is the comfortability and the flexibility of the cummerbund, really letting you breathe with the elastic on the sides. Another thing is the modularity of the plate carrier, being able to slick it or just absolutely throw as much crap on it as you want. Just overall, a nice, lightweight but modular plate carrier.
One of the big features that I really liked about trying this plate carrier on a couple times, the elastic cummerbund. So it's really cool. If you're looking for something that's really comfortable, you could have a bunch of stuff on this. You could go running side plates and all that stuff. When you breathe, the plate carrier and the cummerbund expands to, you know, your body, and it feels really comfortable. I've never tried a plate carrier that has that kind of system in it before, and the FERRO is just really cool for it. You feel pretty flexible just for the fact that it really conforms to you. If you do these funky movements going side to side and stuff, peeking corners, it's really flexible and just kind of shifts to your entire body. And for that, I mean, what about negatives? You got any negatives about it?
Brand compatibility. There's a bunch of other companies that make mounting systems for other companies, placards and pouches. Axle is a good brand for Cry to FERRO, or just FERRO to Cry, and many other brands. It's kind of a proprietary carrier, but for the most part, you can throw anything you want on it, it'll stay. Other than that, I wouldn't really say I have too many downsides to it.
Like the back panel zippers, is it kind of difficult to find ones that work with that, or is it pretty across the board?
For back panels, it is pretty proprietary. Other than that, the amount of MOLLE access you get on the whole back, and then just the zippers for those ferro panels that you want to run.
Up on the front, you got just pretty much MOLLE right here. You're not really going to be setting up separate pouches right there. It's going to kind of be a placard system kind of thing, which kind of goes, you know, hand in hand with the idea behind the carrier. It's modular, you know, so you want it to be quick. You could set up 7.62, a 5.56 placard for 2 different kind of guns for airsoft and just quickly swap over. So that's always really convenient. And what was kind of your idea with going into building this? Like, what is it for? What goal is it trying to serve?
What I kind of wanted to do is I wanted to have something I could put a lot of modular options on, but still remain a lightweight plate carrier, because I'm not running that much. My build is a Salter. I like to just keep 3 mags up front, 2 on the side. Honestly, all I need running mid caps. This side I'll just leave clear.
Let's go ahead and check out all the individual things that he got for it. And we're gonna go ahead and assemble this thing on screen.
So for my plate carrier, out of all of the FCPCs, I decided to buy a WoSport FCPC. I've had a WoSport FCPC before from a friend. Thank that friend, he really hooked me up. That one, I had issues with panels being incorrectly stitched, a lot of other spots just being not the right size and messing with the plate fitment. But this carrier cost me $130, and this carrier will include plate bags, the newer padded Ferro shoulder pads, and the cummerbund. Something external that I did with mine, personally I find pretty irritating. Knockoff cummerbund, but trying to get the tabs within the MOLLE was pretty irritating. This is something I bought separate. This is a real FERRO Concepts FDE quick release system. These cost $65 to $70. Another thing that's external that I like personally is a G hook for the shoulder quick release. Just, it's super fast. One thing I experience with the FCPC is when I run the Cobra buckle quick release and the ring is my shoulder pads get put at 2 different heights, so the plate carrier will sit kind of slouched. And with the G hook, I found that that issue got eliminated. I have on here upgraded U94 PTT that is Kenwood plug that I have routed through my top MOLLE loop and shoulder pad because I run a back-mounted radio. And then I threw Ranger bands on my shoulder pad just so my down lead from my comms isn't rattling around. Here I have replica Ferro side plates, 6x6, hollow plates in these, not included, but the side pouches itself, around $30. These are also WoSport. What I like to do is run my opening to the forward. If this was a real steel carrier and I were getting shot at for a living and I had to swap out my plates, it just makes ease of access. Facing forward, my plates should just pull out, and if I want to swap, I can easily swap them out from the front.
Do you buy those as a set or you buy them individually?
They come as a set.
Where'd you get those?
This whole carrier is off of Ali. I am cheap.
AliExpress is the shit, bro.
Ali's kind of balling. Who is Ali and where does she get this crap from, bro? Here I will put on the plate carrier to show off the elastic that is included in the back of the cummerbund. Is I'll breathe and the back will slightly stretch out. When I lean over, it'll stretch out, still giving me the comfort, but leaving my plates in a good spot. A lot of just weird movements that still feel good within the carrier.
Those clips, they really make taking it on and off a lot easier, huh?
And like that. Here we have replica K-Tar that is made by the same company, WoSport. This is also included with the plate carrier, so you don't have to fork over almost $100 for a real K-Tar. This is pretty simple. Either you can hook it throughout here, but I like to hook it on the inside because the inside includes little hooks for different types of placards. One thing I also do personally is I just run this first hook under my wire just to really secure that wire. Sometimes these hooks are a pain, sometimes you get them first try. Skill issue.
Bro doesn't know how to set up his own carrier.
For real. My TISM just likes to make sure everything is centered and squared away. Just makes your kit look so much nicer when you take that little extra time to focus on the small details and make sure everything is looking right. Other placards that I'm looking into, just because of a video game, Ready or Not. You can get an FCPC in Ready or Not, but instead of a K-tar or any other Ferro placard, you get a AVS triple flat, which I do run on my FCPC whenever we do hikes, and I just don't want my mags getting all dirty and shit. They have an elastic placard. It's pretty decent in case you just want to buy one placard and then be able to use a bunch of different mags instead of just having a Krydex for 5.56 mags. So I chose to do multicam for my FCPC just because I'm a US fan. I love multicam. God bless America. They sell multicam black options, Ranger green options, solid black, Coyote brown. Sadly, as much as I would love it, Wosport doesn't make AOR1. That's why Shekin and Twin Falcon are the hookup for AOR1 FCPCs. This is a AOR1 TMC emitter pouch that I use for mags. It includes the emitter retention, but I took that off. One thing I like to do instead of mollying it on is I like to use the actual AVS harness insert. Open this and then loop it into my cummerbund. Now there's Velcro inside of that that'll really grab this, so this pouch is super secure.
Damn, that's pretty crazy. Your whole carrier is like fully set up to just be swapped around like really fast. You don't even use the molly for anything.
Centering this pouch is kind of a pain just because I like to really press it up against the side plate so I don't get any interference with clipping it back in. Sometimes it's easy, other times it's as you're watching. Moving on to the back, Wosport hydro panel. This is the older Wosport, isn't NIR compliant. New Wosport is though. I had my buddy who is a NOD user shine his IR light in different angles and make sure that this didn't glow, but sadly the Gen 1 Wosport did glow. In here I can fit a radio, HPA tank, honestly pretty anything. It's pretty sizable in here. You do get Velcro for patches if you just want to run this. You get the extra molly if you want to run bungees or anything to just bungee on, or loop the other panels that are included through these, because Ferro integrates these tabs that are made for this that are on other panels. If you wanted, you could have like 5 of these on top of each other and do some goofy shit. Now, unfortunately, this could be easy or hard too. For me, I hate this shit. These tabs just fish up through the back. Depending if the molly wants to cooperate, I'll loop it back in to that second tab. And that just didn't keep it secure as I was trying to demonstrate. And then they just zip right on after you mount those. One thing I like about Wosport is you do get real YKKs.
You could also take that off and run like a backpack or something if you need to and just fully strip the whole thing, huh?
Yeah, I could strip it, run practically whatever I wanted within this or off of it, or swap it out for something else. The other piece I have, if I remember correctly, I had to buy this separate or it was included, but this is a Wosport banger panel. Nice opening. I keep my shirt that I'm wearing folded up in here when I'm running a different combat top. If I had the grenades, these would be full of grenades, but I don't, so I just keep these stowed because they like to unflap and just wave in the wind. Great for tourniquets, magazines, kind of, but you can adjust the length of these cover tabs so you can actually fit in other magazines. So you do have the option to run full-length 30s or just anything else you need on your back. And this has the same kind of mounting tabs, but it's newer Wosport, so you get a very crappy hydro dip Tegris that just rubs off. Wosport, come on. And this will go on just the same way. There are times where if I don't feel like running this middle back panel and I just want to save a little extra weight, I can strip that off and strictly run this. Or if I really want no back weight, take that off completely. Another thing I have here, Emerson replica of a Cry ghillie shroud. This comes in handy every once in a while, depending on what maps are in play. And I like to keep this in this molly section right here. It doesn't put it too far back. It doesn't keep it too far forward where it just dangles. It puts it into the right spots where I can still reach it and access my ghillie. This ghillie was seen in the Overwatch video, which you guys should definitely check out. Why I don't like Wosport for using ABS plastic instead of real Tegris. This plastic barely flexes. Real Tegris, it flexes pretty nice. It holds its shape after being flexed. Film covered plastic is not that great, but it still gives me good solid load bearing capabilities. Another thing I like to do, trauma shears behind my mag placard. my internals for my hydro pouch. I run a Baofeng PRC 152. Very decent radio. If you're gonna buy a radio, get this radio, not that chinky Bluetooth device is connected radio. Plug in, drop it, ready to go. And then for the looks, team leader Justin is very crafty, made me some breech charges that I asked for. And I run those on the opposite side.
Those are real breech charges, by the way, for airsoft.
Take up the slack on this charge and line this tab up with the second tab just so it keeps it tight. Good clearance for my antenna. And then because we have to stay repping foghorn flag on the back, beauty is pain. Especially in the tactical world. We're all just a bunch of autistic airsofters playing tactical Barbie. Where's my CAG beauty pageant?
So how many FOG members have you had to wrap up with that flag? Definitely London. Definitely Tyler on every hike.
And that is my full FCPC.
Nice. That looks super sick.
Finish out my build to make it look more full. That is the F.O.G 7 FCPC breakdown. So for this cheap knockoff carrier, it's honestly pretty great. It's airsoft. I'm not actually getting shot at for a living, so for a knockoff, it's pretty good. I have a bunch of crap on here, but it still feels like there's not a lot of stuff. I still get like good flexibility, and it'll return normally. Honestly, an outstanding carrier for what it is. Now, if you had the money, AVS all the way.
So is AVS definitely like your next project?
AVS is the next project. Stay tuned to see that.
All right, guys, well, that's pretty much it for the FCPC setup. As you guys can see, this thing went from booty butt naked to now looking sexy as hell. Out of all the plate carriers we've kind of showcased on this channel, it's really cool to see something like this. Kind of impressed with how just well he has it set up with everything kind of being quick release and form fitting to the idea behind the entire plate carrier. I really like the back panels. I think that's really cool. If you were doing a Milsim and you needed to ruck, you could just zip that whole thing out and then just kind of throw it in a ruck pack, throw on your ruck, and then you're good. So I would definitely recommend it. There's so many options out there. You know, you could go for so many things. Like he said, the AVS. It's a great idea to kind of have a couple plate carriers, maybe to serve a few different purposes. Kind of hard to accomplish everything all in one go. I think it really shines in, you know, that assaulter role. I would even say in, you know, some sort of scenario, a Milsim scenario, because just for the way that back panel works and how fast everything is. It's a W setup. You got the ghillie and everything too, so you would definitely be kicking ass out on a Milsim with that thing.
All I wanted to say is thank you for watching. Thank you for clicking on the video and taking the time out of your day to view it.
Like he said, appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. What are your thoughts on the FERRO stuff? Do you own a FERRO? Are you thinking about getting one? And what other plate carriers would you recommend? Let's have a conversation.
Become a Ferroid.
I low-key might get one. They look really cool. So maybe somewhat in the near future, you'll see a video on me setting mine up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.